All right.
Authorities continue work to establish contact with our completed targets.
They offered to put me on the transfer list for an outpost, but I said no.
What? That's why you came here in the first place.
I have friends at the station now. Why would I?
Howdy.
At my age, family is more important than new experiences. I don't regret saying that.
Aha! I knew it! Horizontal gene transfer. They can't incorporate new DNA seamlessly into their own genome.
Nice work out there. The geophysics VI is well ahead of the curve. As promised, 1 consultant's bonus, plus expenses. Enjoy.
Thank you. All right, let's go check in with Davis.
They were really clear about it. All the prep said.
After a high-profile exile, Krogan are returning to the Nexus. The Krogan have been welcomed back into the initiative after officials accepted their push for equal status. Clan leader Nakmor Morda welcomed the support and resources New Tachanka will now receive.
It's about time.
I'm sorry, Lamb.
This is HNS.
That's the best thing they could get out of her. It's about time.
Where's that release? Thanks for your help with those receivers. Our signal's strong and our message is clear.
Talk to you later, Davis.
I'll be here.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
A violent illness related to cherry-like fruit.
I'm worried about this place if they can't find you.
Locked him up, huh? Spender won't last long if they set him loose. A lot of people are angry.
How angry?
Well, let's just say I've got a couple engineers making sure the airlock security backups are working.
He screwed over a lot of people, but killing him is murder.
Like he isn't responsible for a few deaths himself with all the trouble he caused? Someone will get to him eventually, and I look forward to hearing about it. But on my station, no one gets airlocked without my permission.
Nothing more for now.
Try not to die out there.
That's the plan.
All sectors are showing green. We're caught up on all
Addison.
Yes, Pathfinder?
Any word from Dr. Kennedy now she's on Prodromos?
She's as difficult as she always was, which is how it should be. Andromeda isn't supposed to change everything.
You two seem very different.
I met Jean at a university bar. She was talking libertarian and drinking vodka slimes. I instantly hated her. An hour later, we were back-to-back fighting half a lacrosse team, and somehow she hadn't started it. I bet there's someone like that on your ship. They drive you crazy, but for some reason, you just click.
Oh, yeah. Some people just... yeah.
Then you understand. Life is so... safe without those kinds of people. Some might say better, but they're not in the initiative.
Director Addison?
Pathfinder.
Let me stand creepily close to your face. That seems cool.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
Pathfinder.
Now, I don't want to talk to Tann, but I haven't talked to him in forever. So, I should talk to Tann.
Give it a try. You've got great evasion. An ultralight mod would put that to work.
Maybe I should. Yes, Apex would have those mods. I could borrow one.
You're a pathfinder. You can requisition anything you need.
Oh, of course.
Any logistics
Addison?
updates are due within the hour.
So it's official? You're part of our little club?
I know I was reluctant, but it was the right call. Thanks for the push.
Anytime. I love pushing people around.
So I hear.
From who?
Everyone.
How have you been since HO47C?
Fine, I'm fine.
Keep internalizing your feelings and you're bound to explode. Doesn't have to be me, but you should talk to someone.
I talked to Sam.
That's a start. Pathfinder versus Spectre. How does it compare?
They're completely different beasts. As a Spectre, I worked in the shadows. Intel was on a need-to-know basis. Here, everyone's looking to me. Looking to me. It's all out in the open.
Which do you prefer?
Being a Spectre was easier, but being a Pathfinder is more rewarding.
So, how are you finding the new post?
Not used to having people question my actions, but I like the challenge. More than I thought I would.
Any regrets?
My only regret is that Mason isn't here to see me play diplomat with Tann. Back in the Milky Way, I would have punched sense into that worm. Now, I use my words. I'm a changed man.
Any luck finding other survivors from the Tannis?
Brought in another batch yesterday. Still too many unaccounted for, but we're getting there.
I'll keep an eye out.
Thanks, Ryder. Appreciate it.
How's life on the Nexus treating you?
Running water and rations. It's a beautiful thing. I can tell people are still shook up from the uprising, but compared to Varl, things almost feel normal.
Good seeing you, Addison.
Stay safe out there.
Vidaria?
I heard about the Tyrian Ark. My team and I will be lending all the aid we can to find their stasis pods. And we have a new colleague, a former Spectre. Goddess, I really am in illustrious company.
How does it feel to be back on the Nexus finally?
It feels... After living so long on an Ark that was falling apart, I'm not used to feeling safe. But I can breathe. See the people I'm here to help. This is home.
I haven't run into Sarissa yet. Do you know where she is?
I don't. She took her weapons and armor and left without a word.
Will she be alright?
I pray she will. Sarissa has a powerful spirit, but this hurt her terribly. I almost feel sorry for the next Kesh she sees.
What's your mission, now that you're a Pathfinder?
I'll be exploring and charting the Scourge. I want to drive the Ket out of their hiding places. Goddess willing, that data module will be worth the price we paid.
I get the sense you draw a lot of strength from your faith.
I do. It's a comfort to know I'm never alone. Though I suppose now, with my Sam, that's doubly true. Do you have any particular beliefs?
I wouldn't say so.
Everyone has their own path through the world. I wish you the best on yours.
Good luck, Pathfinder.
Goddess go with you.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
Whole mood of the Nexus has changed since Eos. You really can feel it. New outpost, a Pathfinder's help, people waking up. It's a fresh start.
Can't relax yet. The initiative still has a lot of promises to keep.
And that's on us. But it's damn good to know we're on the right track.
Sorry, I didn't mean to keep you from moving there. That's incorrect information. The SR2? was not co-developed between the System Alliance and the Turian hierarchy. The regular Normandy was, but not the SR2. The SR2 was made by by Cerberus. That's weird. Alright, let's rip it off like a band-aid.
The Asari seem happy just to be alive, but the Nexus is running out of places to put them.
I know. The outposts can't come fast enough.
What do we do in the meantime?
Would they be willing to go back into stasis?
After what they've been through? You get to ask them.
I see your point. Just double them up in whatever quarters we have.
Easier said than done.
Good work locating the Asari Arc, Ryder. I gather there were problems with Sarissa?
We handled it.
Perhaps it's best I don't know. All that matters is that the Lucinia has returned, safe and sound. Did you have some other business?
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the cat, or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Thought I'd check in on the arcs.
Keep investigating, Ryder. We still need closure on the Solarian Arc. Until all the species are accounted for, we're a broken family.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
What do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Jean Garson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth. Wealthy. Young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered. And as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arcs. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Jean Garson, is dead.
Kandris mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. You've already met their leader, Sloane Kelly. She was one of us until she joined the traitors.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. They're muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Gian Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on New Worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry. So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course.
You know, it makes me feel a little less like he's a jerk, knowing that he's an accountant, and didn't really want that job. He still isn't doing very great at it, but I thought it was one of those situations where Gian Garson died, and he was all like, I'll do it! Kandros?
I got your report. Both our Pathfinder and the Natanus. What a mess.
It could have been much worse.
True. We've got survivors to find and a new Pathfinder out in the field. I'll take it. I owe you for this, Ryder. They'd still be lost without you.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Alright.
Archlucinia advises stasis revival protocols are proceeding.
Let me go check in with Sam real quick. Actually, this is not where Sam is.
This is not good. Ryder, good to see you. Damn shame about your dad, though. I'm sorry we couldn't save him.
I'm sure you did everything you could.
Yeah, but still, we lost a Pathfinder on my watch. Doesn't sit right.
My dad knew the danger. Part of the job.
Now I just need to make sure your sister here pulls through.
That's all, Harry. Thanks.
I'll be here if you need me.
Well, nothing new about Sarah.
Species are at odds as talks break down over a unified curriculum for initiative kids. The Asari say they'll wait it out until demands are met. This is HNS.
Am I correct that it's within your power to vent the station's atmosphere and kill the organisms aboard? My programming would only permit that under the most extreme conditions.
Exactly what would those conditions be?
Why do you wish to know?
No reason?
Welcome back, Scott.
That's all for now.
Of course.
My liberator. Welcome.
Thanks for your time.
It would seem that is all I have to give, for now.
Well, I think that's all to do here. Wait, Solarians. And additional tasks. I guess we need to go there. Well, let's get the party started, shall we?
Species are at odds as talks break down over a unified curriculum for initiative kids. The Asari say they'll wait it out until demands are met. This is HNS.
That guy says species are at odds, but it sounds like species Erdos. And every time he says it, I'm like, Erdos? What the hell is that species? That guard has always been, like, on edge. He needs to relax a little bit, man.
All systems green.
Good. %. Let me do a quick. Make sure everything else is at 100%. Yep. I get the feeling that after that story mission, some of these other bright stars are going to open up. And then I'll be able to go there. Because at 69%, it makes it sound like there's still quite a bit left. At least to explore.
Ryder, we're getting a lot of Ketcom chatter.
Keep us stealthed, Callow. No sense picking a fight just yet.
I'm picking up something. Probe away. I found something.
Interesting.
I'm picking up something. Probe away. Tracking a huge mineral deposit. Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. Satellite detected.
Interesting. Is that an arc? Holy shit.